All right.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yes,
Dan.
baby.
Matt.
Who's this? Who's this gentleman?
Who is this?
New character unlocked.
Who is this?
New character unlocked.
Feel free.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Anthony, owner of High Octane Toronto, and personal Instagram is an.saucy. And we're here with Matt and Dan.
Well, thank you for the introduction. Like, you're the star of the show.
This is all about you today.
Thank you.
This is all about what you did last year, the year before.
Yeah.
What 2026 brings.
Yep. Excited.
Get into it.
Yep.
Hold on,
Excited.
but before we get into it, we did
actually-
briefly mention it on the previous episodes
Yes,
about an event that we visited last year.
we did.
So now we
We've
can
talked
put
about
the
it a
two
few times.
together.
Yes.
We have the gentleman that now runs the event.
Yeah.
Brought it to us.
Yep.
Yeah.
A fresh face on the scene.
Yep.
Yes.
High Octane Toronto.
Yes.
Tell us.
Yeah.
So, how was last year for you?
Yeah.
Amazing. Now I feel like that was the first biggest jump in my business.
Yeah.
We've been doing this. Well, sorry, not we. I personally
You?
do this myself. Yeah. No team, no partners or anything. So this is going on to year 3. So I feel like last year was the big first jump into making a legitimate business.
Good.
And actually making money from the business compared to before where it was just basically doing it for the culture.
Yeah.
And expense out of my pocket as a leisure. But last year was the first big jump where we went legit, and instead of having car meets, we had an actual car show.
Sure
that was
did.
hosted at Stockyards.
Stockyards.
High Octane Fest.
Yeah. Fantastic. We both enjoyed it.
We did.
Right? Like we said on previous podcasts, one of the best shows of the year for us.
Awesome.
Yes.
Right? Which is
Yeah.
why we're
Appreciate
we
that
reached
big
out and
time.
we're like, come on, talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to bring
Honored,
something new
honored.
and fresh this year.
100%.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Hopefully keep that location, but new and fresh anyways.
Yeah.
So how did High Octane start? What got you into it and why and
Yeah.
and how
I've been in the car scene for, I wouldn't say a long time, not as long as you, but
that's okay.
yeah.
We all start somewhere.
Yeah, we've been in it probably since 2018, 2017. I liked it back then because it wasn't an oversaturated, how to explain it? It's an oversaturated hobby. It wasn't something that was mainstream or hype. It was something more underground, and it was people were truly passionate about it, right? And it was true car enthusiasts compared to people that are in it for, I hate to say it, but in it for the clout, right?
It's a problem, the takeover culture, everything, especially during COVID
Exactly.
and then out of COVID, everything that's happened. It's
Yeah. And then
It
it
is what
just
it is.
brought a horrible image to car guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. And then
fair
back
enough.
then when we went to the meets, you weren't going to hang out anymore. You constantly getting relocated. Police are shutting down spots, and they were just labeling everyone as a hoonigan.
Yep.
Right. If you're into cars, you're a bad
bad.
breed. Yeah.
You're bad.
You're a bad person, and we're gonna screw these guys over. And a lot of the people, the scene started dying out. I feel when I would say the kids started getting into it, and again they weren't truly in it to be a car enthusiast. They were in it for more of the
Internet
The hype,
fame and
yeah.
a cool video.
Yeah,
It got a
the
million
clip.
views.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. The
Yep.
clip gets 1 million views. So I knew the Toronto car scene and Ontario car scene was dying because a lot of my friends started selling off their cars and they were just hanging up the hobby.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see how I can try to resurrect the car scene in a positive way. So it was very hard because public meets, you guys know, always go to shit basically.
Yep.
So I don't know if I can cuss on here or not, but
No, go right ahead.
Yeah.
there's no other way to explain it. Car
No,
meets
it
got to
did.
shit. You couldn't even invite 2 or 3 friends to go to meets anymore.
Yep.
Right? Because you knew it was going to be people were going to start drifting or doing donuts. Someone's going to get hurt, or police are going to come shut it down and you're wasting gas.
Yep.
Driving east to west, finding another meeting spot. So how I started it was I basically knew I had enough people that were car guys because I'm in the drift scene a lot. I have a lot of buddies that drift. Cayuga all the time, Shannonville back in the days when it went under new management. So yeah, I had a lot of friends and a lot of buddies that were into JDM cars, German cars of course too, but it was all pre-90s cars. And I was like, man, I know enough people. I can start hosting my own meets and have quality meets where people can actually hang out, not worried about cops coming, and it's a genuine community.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, I basically started it, and it was an invite-only meets.
Got it. Yeah.
And
Which is smart.
still to this day, we still carry the same motto, I would say. So we do it the end of the last Saturday every month, and we do it at a private location. We have a close friends list, and basically, it's the old days, word of mouth. If you're you're a car guy or into cars, you have a cool build,
If
cool
you know,
car,
you know, kind of thing.
the High Octane Toronto name will eventually get to you somehow.
Yeah.
And it's grown a lot faster than I expected, honestly.
Good.
But so yeah, I wanted it to be like a safe haven for true car guys that have actually crazy builds.
Yeah.
Right? Like a wastegate coming out the hood, big turbo, right? Not like a stock car with burble tunes coming to ruin the meat. Like guys that are like true car guys, have a good build that will definitely get MTO'd and pulled off the road today. A safe place to go hang out and not worry that they're gonna get harassed by cops.
Yeah.
And the meat's not gonna get the bad attention, right?
So you wanted to do the 911, you wanted to do a rescue.
Yeah.
You wanted to basically revive
it. Yeah.
and you've touched up on a very, very good point, and that is you kind of need to make it invite only because you have control.
Unfortunately, that's how it's come. I would honestly, if people were being able to behave, like I would gladly make this a public meet. Gladly. Make it a public
But it just takes one bad apple to ruin it for everybody.
Exactly.
Like one person can ruin a meat spot, you know, an evening, somebody's life, whatever it ends up being.
And
like
most of the spots that I do, like the barbecue, I call it Cars and Barbecue.
Yeah, perfect.
So we do it like once a month, the last Saturday every month. Most locations are my friends' businesses or family businesses.
Okay.
Right? That we can't have the chance to like burn the spot because it's not just around the spot or cause property damage.
Yeah.
We want to basically shine a different light to like true car guys and show like not everyone's a bad apple, which is good. And that's what I want my brand to stand for. Like that there's not everyone's bad in car scene. There's actually cool people, good people in the car scene. So has been police that came to like a couple of our meets and at Stalkers too. I don't know if you guys saw, but there's a bunch of police that came and when they talked to me and they seen like everything was like legit, organized, like, you know, I was a mature crowd, not like the hoonigans.
Yeah.
They were all for it. They loved it.
Yeah,
even like I invited.
Cops get a bad rap.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like
cops are also enthusiasts as well.
A lot of them.
They're people, right?
Yeah.
But you need, like you said, you need to have that connection and you need to have that communication.
Exactly.
You cannot just be like, "Oh, cops are coming," blah 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 blah. If you keep that communication going
and respectful, we're not doing anything wrong, right? So there's nothing to hide. Yeah. As long as you're respectful, they respect you, right? And if you're doing everything legit, doing right. They support you a lot. They support you a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
The police division that was at the Stockyards, which was it was 22 division.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to 22 division.
So after when the cops came, like I spoke to them, I told them was transparent with them. I was like, at rollout, like there's gonna be probably 20-30 minutes of rowdiness. After that, everything's gonna be gone. Like nothing's gonna be taken onto the street. And I warned everyone there that was like at part of the car show. It's a given. People want to rev. People want to show off their build.
They got rowdy.
Of course, but in a controlled manner.
Exactly, in a controlled manner.
Not doing like drifting and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. So we emphasize to them, right? No peel outs, no drifting. And all the kids there, they love it too, right? So as long as it's in an organized, controlled manner, they were more than happy for it. And they actually told me to invite them out for the next one. Like, because they want to have a present there. They want to have a booth there.
100%. No, so, that's a good.
It's nice because
the roller was good. I didn't really see anything.
It got rowdy, but
but that's because people were revving a little bit, but it wasn't like burnout.
No, I didn't see any burnouts. I didn't see any
feel it
crazy.
out. Like people rev their motor.
As long as essentially the stockyards and the police were okay with how it happened, that means that you didn't lose the spot.
Exactly.
It means that it was a positive outcome for them. It means we get to keep going.
Exactly.
That's
it was sanctioned. They loved it. Property managers reached out to me. The VP of like Rio Canada.
Yeah.
So the show somehow got that high.
Of course.
Where the kids of like the Rio Canada like president or VP reached out and called me on my cell phone that day. My phone was going crazy that day. Probably over 300 calls.
Oh yeah.
But they reached out, like, "Hey, I have my kids coming. They heard about your show. Like they're coming with security. Can you just let them in?" I was like, "Bro, 100%."
Yeah.
Because the connection you build from like those, I've got like a lot of high end good connections now. From that one show, and I end up getting like a news article too from like a local newspaper, Neighborhood Bloor West. Yeah, they heard about it too. Like they were reaching out to me.
Yeah,
I feel like it was like a very positive, like scene I brought to that area community. Yeah, because I grew up in that area, and I was just mentioning earlier, it was like a pain in the ass to get the permit for that spot. So I kind of emphasized it away from business. And I told him like this is more like as a community. Like I was born and raised there.
Yeah.
I grew up in this neighborhood before Stockyards even existed. Mm-hmm. I went to elementary school there, high school. I was like I could bring a big community here of car enthusiasts and like the crowd, like spectators, and obviously a benefit to Stockyards as they got a lot of business.
So I was gonna say like
right?
everybody had to go eat, everybody had to go drink. You know, when you're at a
hella
show,
busy, super
when you're at a
busy.
show for like 5 or 6 hours,
Yep,
you get bored.
100%.
So you walk around and you do things. And if there's
Exactly.
more things to do in the area,
Yep.
you end up spending money.
Exactly.
But two very important points you guys brought up, and you brought up yourself. If you become rowdy and if you become malicious and do hoonigan stuff in the spots,
Yep.
you're going to burn out that spot.
100%.
And when you burn out that spot,
That's
that means
it.
you will eventually come out of not having any spots to meet up and having
Exactly.
the passion.
Exactly. And
So
word
the
spreads.
people that are
Word
coming
spreads.
in and doing this kind of stuff, they're just hurting the scene
100%.
and hurting themselves. And eventually it's going to
100%.
end up to the point where you're not going to have anywhere to do what you want to do and
Yep.
showcase your events. Another really good point, and that's amazing how you kind of like embraced it, and that's the youth needs because they're so glued to their devices, right?
Yep.
They're on social media, and maybe there's no purpose for them to go out,
Exactly.
but they're into cars.
Yeah.
But they don't really know where to go or what
Yeah.
to do, especially in the community where you guys are downtown Toronto,
Yeah.
like sort of, well, not where you guys are more sort of out on the,
I would say like west end of Toronto towards
end of-
Mississauga. Yeah.
there's really, I don't think not much to do there, right?
100% not.
Right, and some
Yeah,
of the areas
100%
there are not the nicest areas. There may be a little bit of crime.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
fact that you guys are putting on this event and you're getting so much response from the youth and
Yeah.
the younger generation,
Yes.
you want to be those positive role models.
100%. 100%.
You know what I mean? Because you want these kids to grow up to inspire. Like, when I'm going to grow up, I'm going to build a car like that.
Exactly.
We
know,
need the
and-
next generation.
And they never get to see
There's
anything
a big
like that.
gap that we lost through COVID.
Yep.
There's a big gap
Yep.
that we lost through social media, where these kids are not coming out,
Yep.
and there's no motivation for them to
Exactly.
come out.
Exactly.
So good on you. Keep doing
Thank you.
that and
Yeah.
keep inviting kids
No, and-
to come out and
That was a good point you brought because I know that community.
yeah.
There was a city councilor that reached out to me for that area.
Amazing.
And they basically like bigged me up and congratulated me too. Because they're saying no big events happen like that in that area at all.
Yeah.
The only big event that happens there is Salsa on St. Clair. I don't know if you guys heard of that, but that's just like a kilometer away from where Stockyards was.
No.
That was like basically the only event that happened there in like that neighborhood. And the fact like, yeah, kids like obviously the meets
Yeah.
are like stuff that are not like, you can't like take transit to get there.
'Cause, yeah.
Right? You have to have a car to get to like some of the shows.
Yeah.
So the fact that the kids were able to see something like that in real life
Yes.
in that area, like, yeah, there was I got a lot of followers and a lot of like youth that messaged me like, when's the next one? Like, I loved it. Like, I've never seen something like that before. Like, we would love, like, tell me when the next one is. Ask me
Inspiring
when the next
youth.
one is
Yeah.
already. Yeah.
So on that note,
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect segue.
Yeah. So, at High Octane, we do like an invite only meet. Basically you have to know someone or like we figure out who you are. You have a cool build or you're a true car enthusiast.
Yeah.
We do a meet like the end of every Saturday. We have collaborations with my good buddy Doryuku SceneWorX, which is my buddy Vince. He's like an OG in the car scene too. He did like Japan Classic Track Day, if you guys heard of that. Yeah, he's a good buddy of ours, and we both have the same vision, like the same like motto of how like we want the car scene to go.
Yeah.
So like-minded people, good people, and I personally don't collaborate a lot with people, and he doesn't either. But just that we have the same vision, like we do a couple collaboration that's good.
Good.
Yeah, so we have a collaboration meet coming up with them for Canada Day. This is the big reveal that no one knows yet, but yeah,
Exclusive.
for-
Only at you heard it
Yeah.
at SceneWorX Podcast.
so Stockyards, because it got such good traction, we're
Yes.
aiming to do a Canada Day car show at Stockyards again. And this year there's potential that we're going up.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
top
the rooftop. Yeah.
So we definitely have to do a live to air.
Oh,
What do you think, Dan?
Yeah,
Actual Canada Day?
yeah, we're aiming for Canada Day.
Maybe, depending on our availability.
Canada Day should be fine. Like I can make that. I can make Canada Day work for this, right?
But going back to what you were saying, and
Bring the kids.
bring the kids.
Yep, 100%.
But a lot of the kind of like started from the idea that you guys needed to revive what was going on. You kind of saw like a downfall of what was happening. There was a need to kind of bring it up, and you guys kind of put your own flavor into it.
Yeah.
And then through the meets and through everything, the what's the reveal, I guess, or you could say the explosion was the main event, which was your show last year.
The first show, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it did well. Obviously, a lot of people helped me along the way. I collaborated with my good friends in Port Culture.
Okay.
Nomi and Kenny, and they've been in the scene for quite some time.
Yep.
They've been doing shows for quite a while, so they're kind of like guiding me on the right path of like how to operate the show, because obviously they've done well.
Yep.
And I'm in the same vision as they are with how like they want things to like run.
Yep.
And how they want like the car scene to play out. So they helped me a lot, honestly, get my first show going. And it turned out amazing. I couldn't have asked for like a better first show. It just sucked I wasn't able to embrace it all more because I was literally running around with a head cut off.
You're busy.
I took 45,000 steps that day.
That's it?
Yeah. That's it. So now I know to like get an electric scooter to not be running around everywhere. Like over 300 phone calls that day, over 300 messages.
Yep.
It was just madness, and I didn't get to like, step back and like really take it all in.
Enjoy it in the moment.
Scooters are good, let me tell you. Especially like CS events.
Yeah, 100%.
And to get one side of the track to get to the show field.
Yeah.
I mean, you could run and you could walk, but that's going to get tired very, very, very quickly.
On day too.
So definitely recommend a scooter. So going back to your show.
Yeah.
So give us sort of like, because you're the professional when it comes. Well, you're the one that has a lot of experience doing your own show now and how to. So what is a typical day like? How was your day when you did your? Okay, go for it, man. I want to hear it.
If you truly don't have like a passion for this and you're in it for just like business, like you're not, like you were mentioning earlier, like you don't survive long. It's because it's brutal. I'm not gonna lie, it's brutal, but just because I had so much passion and drive like for the car scene, like everything just had to be perfect. I got there like 6 hours before like we were even allowed to like, I don't know what you're saying, we were even allowed to like get in.
Okay.
Because our permit was for a certain time.
Yeah.
I was there like 4 or 5 hours before, like prepping. They had to make sure everything was like perfect. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a lot of staging and lighting set up that I paid like some good money for, because like I mentioned before, I feel like a lot of shows don't put too much effort into the scene and like the setting of it. They just rent out.
Hold on a second. So you guys actually rented out lights in order to create certain ambience?
Yeah.
That's why it was so good. I was just like, why is...
So that was the first 3 lanes. We had it as the VIP section.
Unique, man.
That was the VIP section. We had like the big light pods, all the LED lights that were in the parking lot. We put like gels over it. And there was like, a lot of lighting. I hired a guy that does professional staging and lighting to help me out with that. It's a buddy of mine.
Wow.
So I'm glad, like what I really love about my business is I feel like it's a big community, and like basically it's a bunch of people uplifting each other and helping each other out, right?
Yeah.
It's the whole idea.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just a benefit that you make like a bit of money out of it, but the fact that you can help your buddies out and they make money, you make money, and you're in it and you're having fun together, like that was amazing.
Well, the thing is we were talking, when we were at Quan Rap 88, and you almost get to the point where it's like, if the only driving force is the money, and obviously there's costs involved, and obviously there's profits and there's losses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If that's what it is, you're really missing out on the whole experience.
100%.
But you'll find that when you focus on the experience and you focus on, creating that ambience, creating that show, that ability for the youth to come out and enjoy what you guys are about, the money will just come, man.
100%. So that I told everyone, like my friends and family, and like the guys I was doing the show with, I told them, honestly, I'd be happy if I'm break even, $0, because it's like free marketing and they would get to experience it, and my name's out there, and hopefully it's a positive way to get my name out there, which 100% definitely was.
Yeah.
So you got there 6 hours prior to the event.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys did the staging, got the lights set up, and what next?
We cleaned like the whole parking lot from bird poop, like everything had to be perfect.
Spotless, right?
Like I'm like a huge details count for me.
Okay.
Right? Like little garbage we cleaned up. And mind you, like I don't have a big team, or like it was me and probably like a couple buddies and my girlfriend. And I owe those guys like the world because they're amazing.
But the thing is also that you're right, because a lot of times we'll go to events and be like, man, it's dirty in here.
Yeah.
It's a crappy venue. I never heard that at all once. Everything was super smooth at your event.
Yeah.
So you got
And the worst part about it is a lot of it goes completely unnoticed.
Yeah.
Especially like in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, the lighting was there and like, you're like, okay, it's lighting. And you don't think anything further past that moment.
Yeah.
You don't see garbage when we did the roll in.
Yeah.
While the show goes on, obviously you can't control it and things are going to happen and people are every which way with their own things. But like, you don't you don't pay a lot of attention to it until you get to the end and you're like, yeah, that was smooth, that was cool, everything was great. And you can't pinpoint all the little things.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All
but
the
some
details.
events you've gone to, the first thing you'll see is like, man, it's dirty in here.
Of course.
Or not enough garbage cans.
Right. So if you don't put in that level of detail that you guys put in for the event, it would show. And people would be like, man, this venue sucks and this and this and this. So you're right. Like what you said, every little detail counts.
100%.
But to the point that you said, that it's just such a beautiful execution. It's flawless.
Yeah.
And you don't notice it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's so well produced.
There's a lot that goes on like behind the scenes. And I went to school for business.
Okay.
So I have like the general understanding of like business. And obviously me being a car guy, I've been to a lot of shows, I've been to a lot of meets. I won't say I'm like a Karen out there like critiquing, like, you know, pinpointing, oh, these guys suck at.
But you have a certain standard, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And I feel like if you're taking money from someone, like for me, I feel like I try to go above and beyond, especially if it's like, you consider a service, right?
Yep.
If they're paying for it, especially if you're paying for entrance fees, you know, car shows to be in like era. And that's what I was mentioning, the 3 rows we had, 4 rows, it was like the VIP section. So there was the regular one where it was a basic car show that you can come in, that was still affordable, that you want to be in the show still, but like you don't want to spend that much money. So I had that for them, which was the general admission car shows. And then we had the VIP package car shows. And those guys had the priority parking with their booth too, with all the lighting when the lights came down, when it was nighttime.
Yeah.
All those lights came on, and that was like the VIP section. Little details like that, right? It definitely matters. And I take and choose like what was good from a show, what was bad from a show, and I try to put it together, and that's what it came. And mind you, that was my first show too, right? So I didn't know what was gonna come out for, but it came out pretty good.
Yeah, well,
right? And the feedback, and that's why I love hearing feedback from you guys too, because there was over 1,000 people there. So
it was packed.
We had
always
300,
constant traffic. Yeah.
From on paper, we had about like 350 registered cars.
Yeah.
Including the cars that registered day of. Spectator alone were like 300 that day that paid at the door, and then we had another like 200 people that like bought pre-purchase spectator tickets.
Yeah.
So it was a busy day, and I felt bad. Like, I apologize to anyone that was trying to talk to me that day. It was insane. I didn't.
Don't feel bad. Like I get it.
I didn't eat that day. I didn't drink it
like,
that day.
your mind is somewhere different than, you know, having a small conversation with somebody. Even if all they're trying to do is say thank you.
Exactly.
You are focused on so many other little things.
Yep.
Where it comes off maybe short. Maybe, you know, like, sorry, I'm too busy for you.
Yeah.
But the reality is that, like, you know, at the end of the day, you're trying to make it hit your vision.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
You did, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
More than I could have expected,
Right?
honestly.
So, you know, talk to them after the fact.
Yeah.
Be like, anybody that tried to talk to me, send me a DM.
Yeah. Like, you have to, like, still try to network as much as possible. So I was still trying to, like, go around, because no one knows my face.
Yeah.
And I don't plaster my face all over, like, High Octane, right? I feel like